Have you ever been treated in a way that deeply hurt you? People often judge others without understanding their stories or knowing the challenges they face. They act based on appearances without giving it much thought. The story I'm about to share is a perfect example of this. It's about people who mocked an obese girl trying on her wedding dress. What happened next will surprise you. This is the story of a lovely young girl. Her bright blue eyes sparkled as she stepped into the bridal shop. It took a great deal of courage for her to enter this elegant store, given her limited budget and uncertainty about affording any of the dresses. She also had a fuller figure and understood that finding the perfect dress could be more challenging for someone like her. Yet, despite these worries, her heart was filled with excitement that morning. The shop assistant approached her and mentioned that she could browse through the dresses while she finished assisting the bridal party that had arrived earlier that morning. This gave the girl a chance to savor the moment. Surrounding her were the most exquisite dresses imaginable. She was filled with excitement for her upcoming wedding. She had found the perfect man who loved her just the way she was. Ever since she was a little girl, she had dreamed of her wedding day, picturing herself in a stunning white dress adorned with satin and lace. Although she had a fuller figure, she knew that the right style would accentuate her beautiful face and other special features. While browsing through the dresses, she saw a mother and daughter impatiently waiting for the shop assistant to help them. The girl was beautiful and would look stunning in almost any kind of dress. Our girl smiled at them, but they did not smile back. Determined that no one would spoil her day, she continued browsing. She found a dress she liked and asked for some assistance. Then she heard the mother and daughter making ugly comments. They were talking loudly and laughing about something. So loudly, in fact, that all the people in the shop could hear them and focused their attention on the mother and daughter. It was only when our blue-eyed girl tuned into their chatter that she realized the two were discussing her appearance and cackling about it. The daughter said, "I don't know how such a fat girl can think she will look beautiful in any of these dresses. If only she could lose some weight, she might look better. Fat people are so ugly." This hurt our bride-to-be's feelings, but she held back her tears. She would never say something so hurtful to another person. How was it possible that this beautiful woman could have such a cruel heart? She soldiered on to the fitting room, not letting the woman's wild words get to her. She then put on the dress and looked stunning. Her fiancé would be blown away, she thought. For a moment, she forgot what had just happened. The assistant suggested she could get a better look in the larger mirror in the middle of the shopping area. The mother and daughter were still there, and just as she entered that area again, fitted in a gorgeous satin dress, the mother spoke. "I cannot imagine what type of man would be interested in that girl. Not only is she fat, but she's also a bit ugly. Whatever type of dress she tries on, she will end up looking like a cupcake." By now, everyone in the store was focused on the mother and daughter having an insensitive conversation that the entire store could hear. The beautiful blue-eyed girl couldn't hold back her tears anymore. Their cruel mockery had cut her deeply. She couldn't understand why they were so unkind. Though she was used to being bullied at school, she had found self-worth in her loving relationship with her fiancé, who adored her for her kind heart. He made her feel like the most beautiful girl in the world, and for a brief moment, she truly believed it, until the mother-daughter duo ruined her day. Feeling defeated, the girl considered leaving the bridal shop, doubting she could find the perfect wedding dress. The high price tags only made her feel worse, and her dream of a perfect wedding was slipping away. Just then, a sharp-eyed assistant noticed her distress, gently took her by the arm, and led her to a comfortable chair. The assistant brought her tissues and a glass of water, giving her a moment to compose herself. Then the main shop assistant walked over to the mother and daughter combo and spoke to them, but no one else could hear the conversation. The mother and daughter were still looking at our girl with contempt, and they were still struggling to contain their hostile humor. Fortunately, they now had the attention of the sharp assistant and could conclude their business. An assistant was sent to the back of the shop to fetch the dress the mother and daughter had previously fitted and reserved. Standing at the payment counter of the shop, all eyes were on this mother and daughter, who were so rude and insensitive. The woman took out her wallet to pay for the dress that was now displayed on the counter. All of a sudden, the owner of the shop walked through the door. It was her turn to speak, and she decided to do so as loudly as the mother and daughter had when they insulted our beautiful bride. I'm sorry to inform you that the dress you chose is not available for sale anymore. What do you mean? The mother said. We have been in and out of the store for the last 2 months. We spent hours fitting dresses, and you know how difficult it was to choose the perfect one. My daughter is so beautiful that she looked fantastic in so many of your dresses. This is the perfect dress for her, and I want to pay for it now. There was total silence in the bridal shop. Everybody in the store was invested in a conversation going on. They had heard the rude remarks the mother and daughter made. Although some people wanted to say something, they were unsure how to react to the situation. The mother was clearly rich and important. The store owner calmly replied, I'm aware of that, ma'am, but the dress is unfortunately not for sale anymore. By this time, the beautiful blue-eyed girl had dried her tears. She didn't understand what was going on, but she knew something was wrong. Everyone could see that the mother was getting angry. Can you explain to me why we cannot buy the dress? The mother demanded. My daughter's wedding is tomorrow, and we need to leave with this dress. We want to leave now. With anticipation, everybody looked at the shop owner. In a calm and collected voice, she answered, the dress you chose, and for that matter, any other dress in this shop, will no longer be available to you and your daughter. I suggest you go to another store and see if you can find something appropriate for the wedding tomorrow. This shop will do no business with you. Who do you think you are? You cannot treat me that way. The angry and agitated mother screamed at the top of her lungs. I am the owner of the shop. The right of admission is reserved. If you do not leave now, I will be forced to call the police to remove you, the owner said. There was a tense atmosphere in the shop. Nobody could believe their ears, especially the girl. Never in her life had a stranger stood up for her in such a profound way. She started crying again, but this time it was because she felt that a stranger truly cared about her feelings. The angry mother and daughter left in protest, their insults and threats now directed at the shop owner and the staff of the bridal shop. The shop owner approached the girl and said, I want you to pick the dress you truly love. We'll make your dream a reality. My assistant will help you try on some dresses. Don't worry about the cost. We'll figure it out. Dry your tears and let's make this happen. No one could believe what they had just witnessed. They felt privileged to have been part of such a special moment. After enduring the rude remarks from the woman and her daughter, they never imagined the day would end on such a positive and heartwarming note. Now, I can't say for certain if this story is entirely true, but the moral is clear. Treat others the way you'd want to be treated. Rudeness has a way of coming back to haunt you, and the surprise you get might not be the one you were expecting. I'm really keen to know your thoughts on this story, so please don't hesitate to share your insights in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and found it engaging, I invite you to subscribe to our channel for more similar content. Feel free to share this video. Take good care of yourselves, and I'm excited to connect with you in our future videos.